Online world, this is Off the Record with Migs Bustos. And for our guest today, we have, of course, you may see her in movies, and she's also been a prominent sports figure here in the Philippines. We have MIKEE Cojuanco-JAWORSKI. Hi, MIKEE. Kamusta ka naman?
Hey, hi Migs. I'm good. Things are good naman. Busy always naman. So
What is life like in ECQ?
ah, well, you know what? Ang haba ng to-do list ko eh. So at least now, at least now nabibigyan ko ng pansin.
Like,
And well, there are a lot of things, let's say, um, whether it's programs that I've been trying to put together or plans that we have been saying now, sige, pag-usapan natin kung ano yung pwede natin gawing program or strategy. You know, those things, at least now, I'm able to do a bit more of, because before it was always meetings here and traveling there. And, you know, your attention is it's not so easy to focus it on something that you want to achieve for not the immediate future. And you know, I have things like for our business, let's say for our hotels that we own, I'm supposed to be making the signages for the hotel. Hindi ko maasikaso because I'm never at home. At least ngayon, naumpisahan ko na. And these are things that I still have to learn. So even in learning new skills, and then when the COVID, well, we were able to do repairs after Taal, and then we were actually open already. And then when the whole COVID-19 issue started, then of course we had to close. But we are updated with all our legal requirements, and buti na lang yung mga workers namin, they're also within that the employees that are being assisted by Dole. And of course, we're in touch with them and we're also helping them. So we're really hoping that something good will happen, because the tourism industry, even based on studies, is the hardest hit.
ikaw naman, MIKEE, as a mother, as a wife, how has this ECQ been treating you? What's life like?
Well, everyone's home, so that's nice. But it's also trying to keep everybody productive, which is not always easy, because the discipline to do what we're supposed to do is not as structured as it is when you're not in ECQ. That I have three sons. My eldest son goes to Ateneo, and just recently they announced na they'll just give everyone passing grades for this semester. And then my two younger sons are doing online learning with their school. So yon, at least they're sticking to their work and whatever is the requirement in their curriculum. As a parent, iniisip din namin na anong makukuha ng mga anak natin from this year na naka-enroll sila. Kasi pagkabalik naman ng when they can go back to school, are they armed with the knowledge that they're supposed to have from this school year? And if not, how are the schools going to adjust para matutunan nila yung dapat nilang matutunan? May comfort din na, lahat naman tayo nasa sitwasyon na to. So, you know, everyone will have to overcome it together also later on. For example, si Renzo, who's 11, he's gonna turn 12 next year. May gusto siyang bilhin online, ganon. Tapos, so he said, okay, can I do chores?
Okay.
So ngayon, pag siya yung, halimbawa, siya yung naglaba, or siya yung nagpaligo sa mga aso, or naghugas ng mga pinggan, or nung 2 days ago, assistant ko siya the whole day. So, sa garden, nagtanim kami. Basta lahat ng
may reward.
Well, then he gets something for it. He gets something for it. So, siya, motivated siya. Gusto niya maabot yung goal niya.
What does that feel like, MIKEE, as a parent na... Sorry, what's the name of your second son?
Rafael. Si Raf.
Yeah. Graduate na siya. achievement or like talagang yung fulfillment as a parent is mag-graduate from high school and college. Feel like na it can be all put on hold.
Well, nobody wanted this to happen, and at least he's not alone. So I think we have to have that kind of perspective, and we just keep reminding him na at least tayo, Raf, nakakakain tayo, at least tayo nasa bahay tayo. So and I know that he understands that. Before the start of this school year, he was able to accompany the World Surgical Foundation Philippines on a surgical mission in Davao, and I know na enlightened siya with that experience, and being in a hospital at that time and seeing what it's like, I think he can relate, not relate, but he can somehow, yung may connection siya, and he wants to be a doctor. So I think that there is, at least to him, an appreciation also of what's going on and how serious the situation is.
Mikee Cojuangco appeared in lots of movies. Doremi, of course, that was Donna, Cruz, Regine, Velasquez, and yourself.
Yeah.
Forever with Aga Mulach. Well, how was the whole ride?
It was awesome, actually, because in grade school, member na ako ng drama club, even in high school, gano'n, no? Kasi required mag-club. So, sige, that was my choice. So, I already enjoyed it naman to acting. I already enjoyed acting to begin with. And when I did the Swatch commercial, so we shot the ad, I was 16, but by the time it aired, I was 17. I was already getting movie offers. Kaya lang sa akin, wala naman akong oras. I'm an athlete, I'm a student, and I think I may have even been an SK at that time. So sabi ko, saan ko pa isisiksik yan, di ba? But when I was injured, I couldn't ride for over 1 year, and I actually got 3 surgeries because of that injury. So I was really bored. Imagine, since 10 years old, almost every day I was training, then all of a sudden injured ako. I accepted the movie offer, and I did 9 movies.
What was the first?
Forever was the first.
Okay.
And I did 9 movies in 5 years, and I had a weekly TV show for that span. And honestly, it feels like I was there longer. It doesn't feel like 5 years lang. But I really enjoyed it so much. Although my schedule was difficult kasi I was still training. By the time we started shooting Forever, I was actually training for Hiroshima Asian Games. And I was doing my thesis at the same time. We would shoot from 6 p.m. to around siguro 5 a.m. kasi sumisikat na yung araw by that time. And I would go home to take a bath and take my makeup off and then go directly to train.
Wow.
And then by 10 a.m. I was in school. That was basically how my life was for 5 years. So, yung call time ko palaging mga 9 or 10. So, may mga iba parang, wow, grabe naman. Sobrang diva naman ng artist nyo. 9 a.m. yung call time. Pero hindi nila alam na pag natapos kami ng shooting or taping ng 2, 3 a.m., that I go directly to training, depending what time. Minsan, diretso na lang ako. Sa kotse na lang ako magtatanggal ng makeup. And then go directly to the shoot after that. And it was tiring, but I was very fulfilled doing that because I was able to do everything that I loved. And I was very fortunate that the producers of my show were so supportive na when I wasn't shooting a film, we would do 3 episodes a week of my weekly show para makaalis ako to compete abroad. So so may nakaipon, and if I'm not shooting a movie, then I leave. But when I'm home, I'm working 6 days a week.
What was the most memorable moment, movie, if you had to pick a favorite?
Oh well, Doremi was probably my most fun movie to shoot, and we nag-click talaga kaming tatlo, which must have really been obvious on screen because up to now a day doesn't go by na walang nagko-comment or nagpo-post in my social media about Doremi. And we are still friends up to this day. We're very good friends up to this day. So so that's something na dumikit talaga, nag-stick talaga siya sa akin.
About relationships, you mentioned that your co-stars in Doremi until now you have meaningful relationships with. Pero sino pa sa industry yung hanggang ngayon you still get to talk to every day?
I have a lot of friends still in the industry, even like, let's say, Rachel, Alejandro, because we've had also the same manager for a long time. As far as schedule and the things that I do today, I feel like that was a past life. But as far as my relationships are, I don't feel really that I'm not part of it na. I have one of my closest friends is actually Direct May Cruz Alviar, who works for Star Cinema. We've been friends since grade 1. And for the longest time, nagve-vent ako sa kanya. And I was telling her, in my heart, first and foremost, I'm an athlete. Even when I was in showbiz and she was starting with ABS-CBN, I was telling her na kilala ko as an actress but not as an athlete, and that was a frustration that I had. And then she said to me, you know what, why don't you think about it from a different perspective? Isipin mo na lang na baka mas makilala ang sports or equestrian sports because of your being an actress. So when I won the Asian Games in 2002, I didn't realize how many people in the industry actually knew what my heart was as an athlete, because a lot of them, even the ones I wasn't really in touch with, reached out to me and said, oh, ayan na, nagawa mo na, nakuha mo na. We go through this whole journey and we make plans, and sometimes our plans change, but then in the end, it falls into place. So we know that there's someone making plans for us up there. That was a really big moment for me as far as my understanding.
Would you go back?
I've always had offers to appear or guest or be part of teleseries, but I'm not able to commit to that. And I had an offer before that was news related, and I already was elected as an IOC member at that time.
Yeah.
Kaka-elect pa lang sa akin. With the amount of time that I'm not here, ano na lang yung magiging quality ng pagtupad ko sa obligasyon ko doon kung palagi naman akong wala.
Pero dapat pala, if you accepted that, nasa news ka ngayon. Yes.
Well, matagal na kasi. 2013 pa yata yun, di ba?
Mikey, before the community quarantine, that was our previous life eh. Di ba? Now that we're for a new norm, we don't even know what's gonna happen. But I just want to ask you personally, what are your biggest realizations?
Well, dami kasi. But like when we say na, alam mo, swerte-swerte natin. Kasi nakakain tayo ng 3 beses sa isang araw, yung mga ganon. Ngayon, alam mo talaga na kung gaano kaswerte ka kapag nagagawa mo yon. I'm very confused about this so-called new normal because I can't visualize it eh. Pero yung sinasabi na ng new normal, hindi ko pa kayang gawin kasi hindi ko nakikita kung ano bang ibig sabihin nun. I guess I have to put my trust in the decision makers who are supposedly better informed than me, informed by the science. The last thing na gusto kong mangyari is yung makakontribute ako sa problema. I pray, we pray as a family, and we have devotionals every night, and each of us is assigned to the nightly prayer. And what's constant is that we pray that the ones who are making the decisions for us are given the wisdom.
So lastly, Mikey, if you'd like to, say hey, say hello, give a shout out to your family, your friends, to the ones that you want to thank you for anything, go ahead.
Well, of course ngayon naka-ECQ pa tayo, and I just want to well, first and foremost, everybody showing their appreciation for the frontliners. And there are many, many kinds of frontliners that are out there and putting themselves really at risk to be able to allow us to be less exposed to risk. And I have to say na it's not enough to use the words thank you, or even to donate or to support in that kind of way, but it's more of really that we're lifting them up to the higher power for their protection, for their health, for their safety. There's a lot of comfort in knowing that we are all in the same battle, and this is the time for everyone to contribute. It's not a time for people to criticize or pull each other down. And let's try to support each other, tayong mga Pilipino. Of course, I want to thank everyone who has supported me through my acting days, and who continue to follow me now. Hindi kasi ako ma-post, 'di ba? Parang now that you and I follow each other on social media, siguro na hindi ako madalas mag-post talaga. Pero sa mga sumusubaybay, salamat pa rin sa inyo na hinihintay niyo rin yung mga ganon. I try to be very responsible about what I post. I also want to encourage everybody to stay fit, to stay active while we're in quarantine. It's very important for us to keep healthy minds and healthy bodies and healthy souls at this stage. And, hopefully this doesn't last that long. Kasi hindi madali yung pinagdadaanan nating lahat eh. So let's just continue to be there for each other.
All right. So maraming salamat, Mikee Cojuanco-Jaworski. Thank you so much for insights and your time. And for our viewers, stay safe, God bless, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, this has been Off the Record with Migs Bustos, with my guest, Mikee Cojuanco-Jaworski, and see you in the next episode.
Thanks, Migs.